Flossmas Day 4. I am off to my first aid course. I thought I'd show you a little bit of the drive on the way. It's not an extremely pretty drive, but the sky is pretty this morning. Hi, coming to you from the inside of my van on lunch break from my first aid course. Hopefully you can hear me well enough. I have my microphone in my lap because I would like to do a little bit of knitting, working on my, what's it called? Homeward. Oh my goodness. You can tell I'm tired. Working on the same Helen Stewart pattern I was working on last night, and the name is escaping me right now. So the first aid course is going well. It's an emergency first aid course, so it's, not too stressful a course to do, and it's a good group of people, so I'm enjoying it. And now you can see the top of my head because I am knitting. So I hope things are going well for you. It's been, like I mentioned last night, a busy couple of days. I'll be back more to my usual schedule tomorrow, my more normal December schedule, which will be nice. I haven't even done my Tiny Decisions app selection yet, so I'll do that in a couple minutes. And I also want to let you know that the number of stitches I got done on my bee sampler yesterday were as a grand total of 0. I didn't even touch it. I didn't have time. So I think what I'm going to have to do with my Flossmas projects, and this is, Flossmas for me, as I mentioned before, it's more of a state of mind, and I don't want it to be stressful. What I'm going to do is go back over my list and add some free days in there, so that yesterday really I should have had as a free day, not done the Tiny Decisions app at all, and potentially today maybe as well. A free day. The other thing is that I am working on a design that's due for the A Needle Pulling Thread magazine in the new year, but it has to be framed and such before then, so I need to get it finished before Christmas. It's a fairly large piece for me. It's 11.5 by 13.5 inches. I hope people really like it. But of course, that size of a pattern takes, at least for me, I don't know about for other stitchers, but for me it's a fairly significant time commitment. So I also need to concentrate on that a bit between now and say around the 20th of December. It's already the 4th. Happy 4th day of Flossmas. It's already the 4th. So I really need to spend a little bit of time with that. So I may add quite a few, well, I don't know about quite a few, but yeah, probably quite a few free days, certainly over the weekend and my husband's work Christmas party is this Saturday evening, and you know, so trying to find time to stitch on something that, you know, real hardcore deadline stitching is probably going to be a bit challenging, but I am feeling better by the minute, and I'm sure I'll be up to the task eventually. So far today I've learned about, I guess relearned. I used to be a lifeguard, and so I have fairly extensive first aid training and some, unfortunately, live experience. However, this is an emergency first aid course, so we're really sticking back to the basics, which is good because things have changed. Things change in the first aid world every few years in terms of, you know, how many compressions you give to how many breaths when you're doing CPR and that kind of thing. So it's really nice to get a refresher. And I enjoy first aid courses. I'm kind of in my element. I don't mind volunteering to be the person on the casualty to, you know, for examples and that kind of thing. So I'm enjoying that. It's supposed to go until 4 o'clock or so this afternoon. Then I'm in Mount Pearl, so I'm, as far as the city of St. John's goes, I'm in the next city over in Mount Pearl, and takes me about 25 minutes to get home, and then I'll be doing supper and everything else. So it's, yeah, it's a bit of a crazy old day, but I'm enjoying it. So thanks so much for dropping in. I will try and do a little bit more taping today, and I really hope that the sound is recording okay with the microphone down in my lap while I am stitching or knitting here. See, knitting, just finished. So I knit 1 row. That's awesome. 1 row is better than no rows, for sure. I like the colors. There. It's quite pretty. Looks better today than it did last night when I showed you. Pretty, pretty colors. Okay, I'll stop in and chat with you again soon. Bye. Hello, everybody. I'm trying to remember to keep the microphone close to my face and not too covered up like I did at the end of my video that I did last night. So I want to pull the Tiny Decisions app and see where it takes me on December 4th. I've added a couple more free days, so I'll be interested to see what happens today. Winter Bluster. Winter Bluster is, I think, one of the ornaments from last year's Christmas ornament special from Just Cross Stitch, but I may be mistaken. Anyway, I look forward to digging that out when I get home from my busy day sometime this evening and see if I can get a few stitches into that project. Chat soon. Bye. Flossmas Day 5. Weather reports coming from downtown St. John's in the harbor, where you can't even see Signal Hill because of the fog. And I am headed to the Rocket Bakery to meet up with some stitchy friends. Yay! Stitchy friends. Here's the rocket. wonderful meetup with my stitchy friends, and the weather has not improved. So I'm heading home now. Thought I'd show you a little bit more of the downtown waterfront in St. John's. Not the greatest touristic views today because of the weather, but the big ships are in, so we'll see what I can capture now as I'm heading down the road. Signal Hill. Kind of see the hill, but you can't see